Alrighty, let the fun begin. Alrighty, I am about to do the Black Forest Trail, the full loop or the long loop. In about 3 days, hopefully. 2 nights, 3 days of hiking. It's about 43 miles. I have done part of this before, about 4 years ago. Yeah, I gotta really make sure I'm going the right way here because I want to go clockwise, and I got to check my map and make sure I'm not going counterclockwise by mistake here. Last time I was here it was raining, and this time it was raining the whole way here, but it looks like it stopped, and I'm hoping it'll be better weather the next 2 days at least. So let's get it going. We are popping out to a road here. I believe this is Slate Run Road. So when you first get on the trail, you enter further down, and then you basically cruise along this little kind of easy approach trail, and it just parallels the road basically. And that's really just the warm-up. But once you get to here, where you make this road crossing, right there is where you go straight up, like really up. And that's where you climb up to the first viewpoint, which is a pretty spectacular view, if I recall that correctly. So here's where the real hike actually begins. All right. This is a butt-kicking climb. A lot of switchbacks on this one. Alright, well you can't really see because of all the shrubbery in the way, but down there is a series of switchbacks that I just finished climbing up. And I think the final one goes that way, and I think that's the view. But first we got to get around this here switchback. Or is there more? Oh, okay. Not quite there yet. Another switchback to do. Okay. Still getting there. Oh boy. Okay. Still quite a ways to go then. Yep. Okay. Let's try this again. So apparently there's a point where the trail decides enough about these switchbacks. Let's just forget all that stuff and just go straight up the hill. Oh my goodness, that was very, very steep. And it feels like we're really close to the top unless I'm being fooled again. I don't see how we could go much higher than this. Ooh, now, where's the view? Is the view there? No, I don't think so. Still a little bit of a ways to go. All right, here we go, view coming up. All right, so the trail continues that way, but we are also at the first view, and let's check that out. Pretty awesome. It's almost a 360-degree view, but not quite. It's like a 270-degree view or something. Yep. Okay, so there you have it. And we still got a lot of miles to go, so can't hang around here too long. You gotta keep on moving. That's the way we're going. All right, let's get her done. Almost hate to leave this spot, but we can't stay here forever. Alrighty, I've made it to the top. Actually, I think the climb from the road up to that view is probably shorter than the climb after the view, getting up to here, getting up to the top. It was pretty grueling. But we're here now, and it looks like there's another little side view that we're going to cruise on past. So let's check this out. Yeah, pretty nice. Hard to get a perspective on it. But that's very far away. Not sure if you can tell, but the mountains look pretty big from here. Well, anyway, I know that there are more climbs coming up, but I think that was the hardest, at least for today. So I'm glad to be up here. It's a nice cool day. I mean, it's, kind of a rainy, miserable day, but some of those days can be like the best days in the forest. Look, there's a little campsite. I think it's just a hangout spot, not really a campsite. So, just to hang out, people are willing to come up here and do that butt-kicking climb. There's a lot of work to get up here just to hang out. But I mean, I guess the view makes it worth it. I don't know. Oh, in case I didn't mention it before, we are following the orange blazes the entire way around this loop. Black Forest Trail, orange blaze. Well, this is an absolutely gorgeous trail right now, with the lush green ferns and the nice pine needle carpet. Man, I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park or something right now. This is amazing. I think I'm gonna have a carpet guy come and remove my carpet from my apartment and have him install a pine needle carpet and some ferns and a couple of, maybe a rock couch or something in my apartment. Or I'll just move out here maybe. I don't know. That's just the thoughts in my head right now. When you're out here all alone. Although somebody did run past me. It was a trail runner. I guess he ran up that hill. More power to him, man. That's tough. Alrighty, that's the way I came from. And you come out of the woods, we're still in the woods, but you come up on this house in the middle of the woods. And I feel like there should be a pond. Oh, there's a pond right over there, I think. I remember a pond last time. Alrighty, well anyway, the orange blazes go that way, so that's the way we're going. Alright, there's the pond. It's just a little ways after the house. Oh, look, there's some picnic tables over there. A little fire ring. And this little pond. And now, if I remember correctly, we're going to do a completely pointless down and up. And last time I did this, it was basically a stream. I don't think it was meant to be a stream, but I think it was because of the time of year. I was doing it in April, and there was a lot of, I guess, runoff from the snow. And I remember it was very challenging to get down with dry feet. After a while, I just gave up, but it looks pretty dry now. Yeah, so you basically follow this down a ways, and then at some point you make a sharp lefty, and then you climb back up for no reason. Alright, so now we have come all the way down into this ravine. Man, I remember last time I was here, this was raging a lot more than it is now. Now it's a trickle. Is that a campsite down there? Looks like there's a camp spot down there. Anyway, that's not the way we're going, because the Black Forest Trail now has you go all the way back up. Huh. This is the way we're going, all the way back up that way. Ah, more work. Okay. Yay, hiking. It's like day one and I'm already complaining. Oh man, brutal. Well, I think I have made it, finally, to the top, or close to the top of the ravine, to complete the pointless down and up. A little bit higher, I guess, but I'm through the worst part of it anyway. And now we're back on top again. And it looks like the sun's trying to come out. Hey. I'm pretty much dripping in sweat right now. Whew, it is July after all. Maybe about 5.5 miles in right now. So if I'm trying to average 15 miles a day, I'm about a third of the way through day one. Now, there's no saying that it's going to work out evenly for all 3 days, so. Okay, I believe this is where this is where last time I was here, I came out this way and it was raining that time just like it is today. It just opened up a little bit. It stopped right now, and what I did was, because I was only doing the north loop, not the full loop, is that I made a right turn here, and then I went out to Route 44. Which makes it seem like I could have also gone that way. But that's not what I did last time. I went this way, I made a left turn, and then I went out to Route 44 from that way to do the north part of the loop. So here's where, for me, this becomes a new adventure, and I'm no longer on familiar trail, because now I'm going to do the full south part of the loop, and I gotta be very careful here just to follow the right blazes. Yep, sticking with the orange blazes. And yeah, man, the sun just came out. This is great. I have my I got my rain poncho out, and I was walking with it for like maybe a mile in a steady downpour, and then all of a sudden the sun comes out. Gorgeous day, as of 5 minutes ago. Look at that view. It's kind of far away. I don't know if the camera is really picking it up. Little Slate Run Vista. Okie dokie. But it looks like we're making a lefty right here, because I see an orange blaze right there. There we go. All the leaves are glistening because they're wet from the brief rain. Yeah, I had this thing on for like 5 minutes and I started sweating like crazy. Yeah, you just have to like hold it over. It's just the best way. Well, once again, the sun has come out and I've been steadily but gradually heading down and down and down. And I think we're going down to a creek, and I think we're going to follow the creek for a little bit and then start another climb back up. But that's just the way this trail goes, and I am here to follow it wherever it goes. For what reason I do not know. Just to complete it, to say that I did. This is cool. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to trip and kill myself here if I don't watch where I step. What a nice sound that is. So obviously we're coming down to some kind of stream here. And the sun once again has gone in and it's very gloomy and very dark. Not raining yet though. What a crazy day weather-wise. Alright, well, I think we're as low as we're going to get, and there was a campsite back there where there was 3 other hikers filtering water, and I just sort of pressed on. I'm expecting that any moment now we're going to turn a corner and start heading back up. I got to start thinking about when and where I want to have lunch. Oh, here comes the sun again. Crazy. There's a sign. Let's see what we're doing here. I think we're making a righty. Black Forest Trail. This away. Yep, that's where I'm going. I don't know, I can't really tell. Looks like maybe a camping spot right there if you wanted to. Too early in the day for me though. I gotta race these other dudes for the next camp spot. I think. They passed me and they asked me where I plan on camping, which is a telltale sign that they're concerned about competition for. They probably have a certain distance in mind and a certain site in mind, and they're worried that I'm going to get it. But they're much faster than me, so they'll probably catch up to me and blow past me, and I don't know. All right, let's go up. Oh man, climbing up, and sun has gone in again, and it's back to storm mode. Man, these ups, I feel like the downs are much more gentle. Maybe I'm going in the wrong direction. Maybe it's better to go counterclockwise. It seems like all the ups are very steep and all the downs are very gentle in this direction. I, oh man, this trail is brutal. At least this part of it is anyway. Alright, so it looks like I have made it to the top finally. Let's see. Okay, Black Forest Trail. Right turn, everybody. We're going that way. Well, so far with all of the pointless ups and downs, this trail's kicking my butt. Yeah. I think there is. Well, I'm about 10 miles in right now, so that means, and it's about 3 o'clock. So that means I still should go probably at least another 5 miles to keep the 15 mile a day average. And I think there's probably going to be at least one more down and soul-crushing climb back up before the day is over. All right, looks like I've been hiking on this road for quite a while, and it's nice and cruisy. But this looks like it's going to be some kind of little detour. It's going to deviate away from this road and then join back up with it again. I could stay on this road and it would probably be the easier way to go, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick to the orange blazes and do this little loop, and it probably goes to a pretty cool view, so let's just find out. Alright, well, this must be Canyon Vista. I guess that's why we made this little detour. No, it's not a detour, but the trail makes the detour. We're still on the trail. Oh, look at that. That is pretty nice. Yeah, look at that. Pine Creek Gorge is what we're looking at right here. So says the sign. Man. And there's a nice little bench here. I'm just going to sit down for 2 seconds. Rest my weary legs. Yep. I'm not in as good a shape as I should be for this trail, I don't think. Man, that's a great view. Alright, well, I've been hiking along this ridgeline for a while, and there's all kinds of little short side trails to views on both sides. And it's been kind of easy and kind of cruisy, but I believe now we're getting ready to do a brutal descent, hopefully the last one of the day, followed by another brutal ascent. Hopefully not so brutal, but it's getting late. It's like 4 o'clock. So, and I'm about 12 miles in now, so. I just can't wait to get to camp. I am looking so forward to camp. Alright. Heading down. Pretty sure. I looked at the topo map and it looks very zigzaggy, which usually means it's very steep. This is gonna hurt. Alright, we get a nice little view as we're descending. That's not too bad. Pine Creek Half Dome. That's what we're looking at right there. So says the sign. Right there. Pine Creek Half Dome, everybody. Pretty cool. Alright, we're just starting the down though. Long way to go. Alright. Just came down all that stuff. You can't really see. But a lot of zigzags. I was running a little bit. I mean, some of the sections were not too bad. But it looks like there's a nice water crossing here. Alright, I'm going to start filling up all my bottles, all my bags. Well, I just have the one bag. And then get ready for the last climb of the day, hopefully. If I can even make it. Looks pretty brutal already. Alright. Alright, well, I decided to stop a little bit early. It's like 5 o'clock. I did pretty close to 14 miles. That's just going to make day 2 a little bit longer, but I really feel like the section I did on day 1 is probably the most brutal. I mean, just by looking at the topo map. So I'm hoping I got through the worst part today. And I'm going to try and set something up here and try and beat the rain. So I don't really know. There's some couple of dead trees here though, so I'm not sure. I might have to get creative. Alright. Alrighty, just having some tuna that I didn't eat for lunch because I was too busy hiking. And over here for the main course, we have Mountain House beef stroganoff with noodles. And that's rehydrating with hot water. So while that's steeping, I'm having my appetizer. And then I'm going to go to bed as quick as I can because I am really tired. Alright. And this is what my dinner looks like after it's rehydrated. Alright, well, day 2, getting ready to leave camp. All packed up, nothing left on the ground or strapped to any trees, leaving no trace. Man, this was a pretty nice campsite. So I did stop earlier than I planned to. That means today might be a little bit longer, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see if my legs can take it. Right now I gotta climb all the way back up there to get to the trail. First climb of the day. And then there's gonna be like a really massive climb after this. So alright, here we go. Alright, still on the first major climb of day 2. Still working our way up the first climb, taking it slow. Alright, well, still on the first climb. This is looking backwards, and this is a relatively flat section. It goes in kind of waves of steep climbs and then flat sections and switchbacks and all that stuff. And the reason why I stopped to catch my breath is because the section going forward looks pretty nasty. And I don't know if you can see how high it goes, somewhere up there. I don't know if this is a switchback or if we're going straight up. But man, this is the kind of climbs they throw at you on the Black Forest Trail. You really get to burn some calories out here, man. Alrighty, well, I'm still on my way up the first climb of day 2. Still not at the top yet, but here is a view along the way, and it's pretty awesome. And it's a gorgeous day. Probably not going to rain today at all. I'm okay with that. Ooh, slipped on a rock, on a stick. Alright, let's keep it going. Still not at the top yet. Alright, what are we coming up on here? Not too much further down the trail from the view I just saw. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, there's a little camp spot right here. It would be dry camping, of course, but it's worth it for the view that you get over here. Anyway, this would be your view from your campsite. With the nice background wallpaper. Alright, but let's continue on down the trail. We've got a lot of miles to go today. It's still early. Alright, well, I've been hiking along the ridge line and it's been pretty chill up till now. But it looks like we're about to start heading down again. Oh man. I don't mind the downs so much, other than the fact that I know that we got to go back up again. Alrighty, so that's the way I came from. on kind of the ridgeline for a while, and it's been pretty enjoyable. And going forward now, and we're coming up on some kind of something here. I see a double blaze on this tree right here. I see a sign. Looks like a campsite in the middle of nowhere. Cutoff Trail and Black Forest Trail. So it looks like we're making a lefty right here. I'm not sure what the Cutoff Trail is all about, but that's the yellow trail going that way. So if you go straight, that's what you're doing. So heads up everybody, left turn to stay on the Black Forest Trail with the orange blazes. There's one of them now. Still a gorgeous day. I love all these ferns and the sunlight. Gorgeous. So quiet out here. Alrighty, well, still coming down. It's been a pretty nice gradual descent following this stream here, which is pretty nice. Nice sound of a stream. Very pleasant. Trying to get down to the bottom. All right. Alrighty, just came down all that stuff, coming down to the bottom of the ravine now, and following the stream the whole way, with the nice sounds of the running water. And there's a campsite right there, and it looks like on a little bit of a lower level, not sure if you can see through the trees over here, maybe I can get a better view. Looks like there's a second campsite, at least, and haven't really looked around much further. You can kind of see it over there, I guess. Wow, nice tiny little waterfall over there. So this was supposed to be my target for day one, and it's been a long morning so far, just getting here, so it would have really extended my day one quite a bit. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't try to get all the way here yesterday. So at least there are 2 big campsites right here. There may be more, but I mean, if these 2 were actually full, you could probably find something somewhere. So it looks like now I'm about to make a sharp right turn. I can kind of see the trail over there, and it looks like I'm probably going to end up going over that way to start the long climb back up. Oh, look. Here is yet another campsite. This makes 3 at least at this section right there as I'm coming down. So 3 big campsites in this area. Yeah, no problemo. Plenty of space for everyone, I'm sure. Yep, 3 campsites here. There was never any need for concern. But for me, it just didn't work out, only because day one pretty much kicked my butt. I probably could have made it here, but I would have been so blown out and so in so much pain it might have killed me for the rest of the trip. So it wasn't going to be worth it for me to try and reach here. Yeesh. Now we begin the long climb back up. Yep, still climbing and following this nice stream all the way up. And it's been a relentless up, but not that bad, really. I mean, not as vertical as most of the ascents that I've done so far. This one actually is somewhat enjoyable as ascents go, so I really can't complain. But nevertheless, I just stopped here to take a little break and enjoy the sounds of the stream. Alright, well, that climb was gradual most of the way up, but the last quarter of it, I would say, it gets very steep at the end there. Oh, so glad. Top of the second butt kicker climb of day 2. Oh man. And now it looks like we're on a nice cruisy mountain road here. I'll take that for sure. So I'm only about 7.5 miles in for the day, which doesn't seem like very much, but there were the 2 huge climbs. Sucks all the energy out of you. But now I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of miles of flat terrain, and as soon as I get my breath back, as soon as I get my energy back, I'm going to pick up the pace and try to crush some miles here. Alrighty, cruising along here. Coming into some kind of clearing here. Not sure what that is exactly, but the trail continues this way. Alright, well, I just popped out of there after cruising through some couple of miles of green tunnel. Lovely forest, but nice, easy, cruisy miles, and out onto this road. And there's a double orange blaze right there. And I'm pretty sure we're making a left turn. And as far as I can tell by looking at the GPS, I think we're going to be on this road for quite a while. Naval Run Canyon. It's kind of far away though, but I mean, we've definitely seen better views. So yeah, just hiking this road, and I see an orange blaze up there on that tree. the bugs. So you know, I'm not getting bit. The bugs are annoying though. You get the little ones that just kind of circle in front of your eyes, and they don't really land. They're not. I don't know what their game is, but they just try to annoy you. I don't know. And I tried to like run, like to get away from it, and it was keeping up with me. And then I finally spotted him, and I stopped running, and he came right back. Whatever. That's just what you have to deal with. And then there's the other kind of bugs that want to buzz in your ears. And of course I'm wearing these things, so there's nowhere for them to go. They can't actually get in my ear, but it doesn't stop them from trying. They're just like checking out my ears, just buzzing around. For what reason, I don't know. But so far nothing is like landing and biting me. So it's all mental game. You just gotta like not let them get to you. Alrighty. Crossing over. I believe this is Route 44. 42-mile circuit. Now they tell me. Nah, just kidding. Yep. Still a long way to go, but we're getting there. A couple of milestones here and there. Feels pretty good. So far, as long as we don't have any crazy downs or crazy ups, and it's just miles, I can handle that pretty much. I don't care if I have to hike late into the evening if that's what it takes. Alright, just came down a fairly steep descent, and it looks like we're heading down to a water crossing here. Let's see. Oh, it looks like there's a campsite here. It's another good piece of information there. All right. Nice campsite there. Right by this nice little water crossing, which I think I don't actually have to cross because according to the GPS I'm supposed to make a right turn and follow the stream. And I see an orange blaze over this away. And it looks like we're still going to go down a little bit. So I'm going to take a break first, take a little water break. Cool off for a minute and then continue on. Alright, well, the sun does pop out every once in a while and makes the trail look nice. And whenever that happens, I feel like I could hike all day like this. Somehow when it's overcast, I get this feeling of urgency to get somewhere, get to camp. Feels like it's later in the day than it really is. But this is great. So I think we're heading back up now. Eventually we will make one big gigantic down to this big section of like 19 or 20 stream crossings. That's where I'm trying to get to by the end of today. Alrighty, I've been cruising up this trail for a little bit, and it's been pretty nice. But we're at a point now where it looks like the trail continues on that way, but that's not correct. It makes a sharp lefty right here and goes down to whatever this creepy thing is. Pretty sure that's not a shelter. Not sure I really want to know what this is. It's creepy. Anybody home? Oof. Maybe Dracula. Look at this thing. Yeah, man. I don't know. All I want to do is get away from that thing, whatever that is. Scary. Oh, this little section of trail is pretty nice after that little creepy shack back there. I almost wish there were campsites around here. Alright, well, seems like there is a campsite here. With a full set of living room furniture, apparently. Oh man, and pre-cut firewood. That's awesome. Man, that's tempting to want to stay here, but it's not very level for tents. I don't know, it's a beautiful area, but I don't see where it's all that tent friendly. I mean, you could make it work. It's such a beautiful area, I guess it's worth it. So yeah, it's just a little bit too early for me to start camping. Unless I want a 20+ mile day 3, so I don't know what kind of campsite I'm going to end up with. It might not be as nice as this, but I don't care, because I just want to have a day 3 that I can actually do without killing myself. So I'm pushing on. Alright, trail kind of opens up here a little bit, giving you a quick little view. Pretty nice. I don't know if you could see. Yeah, I'll zoom in digitally, but I see ears way off on the horizon there. Somebody's watching me. That's funny. Anyway, I have been going, trying to crush some miles. And I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still on trail though. This kind of looks really rough. I'm out in this meadow here. Very grassy, very overgrown. There's the little guy over there. Still watching me. Hello. Anyway. Man, this is like hard to follow. It's so overgrown. Oh, there he is. Sticking his head up. Hello. Hi there. Alrighty. I don't know if I'm going to make it to my target, or even if I do make it, will I be able to see it in the dark? Hike as long as I can hike, and then whatever happens, happens. And it's really opened up now. Well, so far I have to say, day 2, not very much like day 1 at all, except for the first 2 climbs in the morning. After those first 2 climbs, day 2 has been a very different day than day 1. And much more mellow, which I really like after day 1. Now it's all about crushing miles and getting through this meadow. Alrighty. I'm about 17 miles in for the day, and I'm coming down to what I believe is my home for night 2. Not sure you can see it. If you can see what I'm seeing down there. What a good feeling. Okay. Oh man, it's glorious. Just about running out of daylight too. It's like, is it after 7 now? Oh man, how nice. Looks like there's a little rock bridge to cross over right there. Ooh, loose rocks. And I made it. Alright, let's check out our home for the evening over here. I might just string up my hammock right here. That's probably what I am going to do. Perfect. Perfect trees right there and right there. Let's see what else is around here. Alright, looks like there's another big open area up here. Don't know that this is technically campable here. I guess it is. Yeah, trail goes up that way, I guess. Yeah, I guess technically you could camp right here too. Huh, I got 2 choices. That's pretty awesome. And really, like, you could fit a whole group right here if you have tents. Huge area right here. Alright, I think I'm going to stick with spot number 1 over there though. Glorious. Glorious. Man, I'm tired. Alright, time to start setting up camp. And tonight's dinner is chili mac and beef. Let's have a look. See you guys. Enjoy your hike.
Thanks, you too.
Alright, well I just left camp and I had to be really quiet because I had some neighbors. There's this couple that I was passing off and on, and they're basically doing the same loop that I'm doing. So we both reached the same destination last night, and so I had some neighbors. And now I have come to the point of the trail where we begin the 19 or 20 stream crossings. And I remember this from a few years ago when I was here. I think it was like 4 years ago maybe. And what I didn't know at that time is that if you look at these blazes here, right now I'm following both orange and red blazes. And the orange is the Black Forest Trail, and the red is a high water route. And what I didn't know when I came out here the first time is that April is a bad month, a bad time of year to come out here, because you have, not only is it a rainy month, but you also have runoff from snowmelt, and all of the streams are absolutely raging, or at least it was the time when I was here. And in that case, it's better to take the high water route. So what happens is you get to this point and the two trails split off. So if you go straight, that is the high water route. But if you want to follow the official Black Forest Trail, it's this way, and here's where you begin your first water crossing. And right now, it looks totally doable. Yeah, no problem. With 19 or 20 crossings, it's very unlikely that you will have dry feet by the end of it. So you might as well just get used to it. Nevertheless, I'm going to give it my best shot here. So kind of ease into it, test it out, make sure your feet are going to stick a little bit. And then, oh, I could step down here actually. Here, let's do this. There we go. Boom. I never like to take chances because I could just envision myself slipping and going right in. I don't think there's any way to do this one. Alright. Yep. Alright. Much better than the first time I was here. Alright, that's one down. Many more to go. Okay, well I didn't get too much further. And here's the second water crossing. Well, it was nice having dry feet for a little while, but I got too many miles to go to worry about it. Oh goodness, that's cold. Oh, yikes. Wow. Okay. Alright, so it's only cold when you first step in, but eventually you get used to it, and then each crossing after this will be a little easier because you'll already have wet feet. Okay, and that's the way that goes. Alright, it's feeling squishy now, but it has only just begun. If you count the first one just to get across to where the campsites are, I did that one yesterday, so this actually technically is the fourth one. I'm just trying to find some solid footing under the water even, because I don't want to fall. But you know, even if you have Crocs or flip-flops or whatever, shoes to cross streams in. With there being so many water crossings on this section, you're still going to spend all day switching your shoes every time you have to cross. Or maybe you could just hike the whole section in your flip-flops or whatever. That might be a little painful on the feet. I don't know. I just find that the best strategy is to just suck it up and get through it and just let your feet dry out. Alright, I have just done my 7th water crossing so far, and now I'm counting including the first water crossing that I took yesterday to get to camp. So including that one, I've just done 7. Alright, this is water crossing number 8. Yep. Okay. This is number 11. I don't know why I'm trying to keep dry feet here. Kind of pointless. You know what? Screw it. It's really just not even worth it, because it just slows you down and increases the chances that you'll slip and fall. Alright, this is number 13. And even though they do get shorter and more narrow, some of them are pretty deep. And this would come up to your knees probably, or at least high up on your calf, way above your ankles for sure. Alright, I've just passed my 14th water crossing, and now we're coming up to this strange house that I remember from last time. What is this thing? I don't know if you count this as 15, since there's a bridge. I mean, technically we did cross it. Let's just call that 15. Yeah, so I don't know what that house thing is all about. It's creepy. Oh man, look at this gorgeous campsite with the nice pine needle carpet. Man, so I'm about 2.3 miles from where I camped, and this would have been awesome. I probably could have made it here last night. Really nice. Nicer than where I stayed. Look at that, just gorgeous. Oh well, maybe next time. Who knows when that will be. Alright, another gorgeous campsite. Lots of pine needles everywhere. Looks really cozy. And I have just crossed my 18th water crossing. But who's counting? Oh, that's right, I am. After a while, it doesn't even matter, but just for reference. All right, well, very quickly, this is number 19. Oh, this one's deep. Here, I'm just going to step on through. Okay. That was not very graceful. I think that's the last one, if I counted correctly the last time I was out here. Pretty sure. Okay, as if this wasn't getting old already, this is number 20. Yeah, almost don't want to count it because it's got a bridge, but we counted number 15 anyway, so... Sketchy bridge. Very rusty. Kind of unnecessary. Why can they put a bridge over that one and nothing over almost all of the other ones except for 15? What's the point? And another gorgeous campsite just past number 20. Okay, here we are, continuing on the Black Forest Trail. Pretty sure we're done with water crossings by now. I don't remember there being any more than 20. I've never seen anything like this at a campsite. But look, it's the same materials they used to make that bridge. And they threw 2 more to make ample seating for however big your party is. That looks like fun, actually. And this is a gorgeous area. Man, this is great. Man, I'm starting to regret stopping so early. I mean, not that I stopped early, but starting to regret not finding these. This may be enough to actually come back for. All right, coming up on Route 44, or is it Route 44? Whichever. Big damn hollow dead end. Alright, but this is the trail. There's an orange blaze right there. And here's where we get off this little road and duck down back into the woods. All right. And I guess we're going over that way. And it is a very nice day in the woods, very quiet, nice and sunny, not too hot. And it looks like we're coming up on a view, maybe. But hey, yeah, it looks like it's opening up down here. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, continuing on down the trail. Look how nice and green these ferns are. Pretty cool looking. Alright, well, this has been a long, gradual descent, and not that hard to hike, but because it's so relentless, after a while it has become very painful, and I'm just coming to the end of it now. And so, here's what we got. Right here, there's a road. So I think we're going to follow the road for a short distance and then get back on a trail that takes us very steeply down to the creek. So yeah. And then, okay, so alright, so there's an orange blaze. We are on the road. Although there is something really steep going down that way. That might be some kind of shortcut, but I'm not going that way. I'm going full orange all the way. And I think we come by a little bit of an opening here. Alright, looking for the trail that's going to take us down. Alrighty, well, I found the trail taking me down even further. And now we have come to yet another road. And I believe this is the one that takes us across the creek. And I'm thinking this might be a good place to stop and have a little bit of lunch. And I'm starving. Tell me that's solid. It's not solid. Jeez. Is any of this solid? Yeah, close enough. Look at all the butterflies. Excuse me guys, I know you're having a party here, but I gotta get through. Don't mean to bother you. Ah, man. I would love to go for a swim right now. Get out of here, fine. Alrighty, here's where we get off the road and go down to the water crossing. where I might take a little break. Time for lunch. Pretty nice area. Alright, well, just had some lunch, filled up on some water, and now back on trail, and we're going to follow this creek for a little ways and then start heading straight up. Alright, we are entering the Algerine Wild Area. There we go. Okay, starting the final climb and following this stream the whole way, and there are many small waterfalls along the way, and here's where it starts to get really steep, and this is going to take some energy and some patience. Very rugged here. Yikes. Oh man, okay. Finally made it to the top, and hopefully there's a view. Okay, what do we got here? A little hazy, but not too bad. I guess that's worth it, since we really had no choice. That's the way the trail goes. So, man, I think I'm going to need a minute to Get some energy back. I'm pretty wiped after that climb. Alrighty, just a little further down the trail, there's another view. Same angle though, basically. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be our last view until the very end, because we are heading away from the ridge, I guess. We're going that way, and we're going to be heading deep into the wild area with no views and just miles and miles of beautiful wilderness. Okay, I may have been slightly wrong in my previous comment about that being the last view, because clearly we have another view. And this one's even better, I think. Look at that. You can see really far. Here, let me... Yep. Take everything I say as a definite maybe, because I'm very often wrong. Alright, let's try this again. Back in the woods. And I think that's the last view until the final view before the last descent at the end of the day. Well, at least he's still going. At least he didn't stop. I guess he just wanted to be on that side of the trail.
Yeah, he must like that side better. He's not mad anymore. He's not yelling at
Alrighty, I just came from that way, and I'm making this here right turn, and according to the sign, it is only 3.6 miles to the finish line. Alright, I think we're going to make it. Pretty sure. It's been a grueling 3 days, but also enjoyable. And I think I've got maybe just barely enough fuel in my tank to make it all the way. Let's hope so. Oh God, I'm in pain. Alrighty, I made a little bit of a descent down from somewhere above 2,000 to around 1,800 feet now in elevation, and we are coming up on the final view of the loop, and this is a pretty big one. There's like 2 different directions you can look. Let's go this way first. Look at that. Pretty nice. Alright, and then the other view looking in the other direction is over here. This one is also pretty nice. Nice and windy up here. Alright, not bad. Alrighty, so that's the last view of the loop, which is pretty nice. Probably one of the best views on the loop and on the Black Forest Trail. And we're not done yet. What remains is a very long and grueling and relentless downhill. It's steep enough that it hurts, but shallow enough that it goes on forever. So, but the thought of getting a burger makes it all worth it. And man, I'm going to be thinking about that the whole way down. I might even get a double. I think I've earned it. Alrighty, well, I've just come down from the long, painful descent. Still got a little bit of a ways to go, but passing through this interesting section here with these giant rocks. There's one here. You can see there's one. See there's one back there. One right there. One over there. But one really interesting thing is if you look at the top of this one, look at that tree growing up there. How is that possible? That's amazing. There's lots of trees up there on solid rock. Well, still got a little ways to go though. Oh, is this some kind of oh, there's another view here. Now we're at lower elevation now, so I don't know what this view is going to look like, but let's check it out. Not bad, I guess. I mean, when you've come down from the one at the top, which is far better, yeah, this one's a little hard to appreciate after that one. Tough act to follow, I guess. Alright, let's wrap this up and get me a burger. That's what we should do right now. We should get me a burger. And we are coming to the final crossing of the loop and this cool bridge that we get to walk across. And we are done. We are back at the trailhead sign that I showed in the beginning. So this has been a pretty grueling hike, but I mean rewarding and enjoyable. So most people that I met on the trail that I talked to I asked them how many days they were planning to be out, and most of them said they either said 4 or 5. And that seems like about the right amount of days if you want to actually enjoy it and take your time. Doing it in 3 might be a little aggressive, a little painful, because there's a lot of crazy ups and downs. When I first started out, I didn't think those mountains looked that high. Now I do think they look pretty high because I climbed them, and they're very painful. Okay, I see my car's still here. It's good to know. Alright, well there you have it. Black Forest Trail completed. Now let's get that burger, shall we? Yes, I think we shall.